come with me to St. Kitts. I decided I wanted to check out a new island for Thanksgiving break, so I took a solo trip to St. Kitts. It was a very short ride on a tiny plane from Antigua, and it was so worth it. Check out these views. After landing, I checked into the hotel, but my room wasn't ready yet, so I went and grabbed some breakfast. I like to try the Eggs Benedict wherever I go, so that's what I got, and paired it with the cocktail that I got on arrival. And I stayed at the Koi Resort and Spa. Being a travel advisor, I'm able to set up site visits at hotels with the managers and do a walk around of different room categories that they offer. And I get to know the hotel from a different perspective, rather than just being a guest. At this point, my room was ready, so here's a tour of the suite that I stayed in. This is me just getting some work in before getting ready to go down to the hotel restaurant and get some dinner. an hour, so I had to take advantage of this lighting. Okay, honey? I was feeling myself. Period. This was just a cool water feature in front of the elevator. I had to stay on my gym grind while I was out there. Proud to say I only missed one workout, but we all need a rest day, right? This is just me enjoying all of the amenities that I paid for. Gotta open up this balcony, see the views, see the sights, see what there is out there. Look at me looking. Oops, she got ready again. That means we gotta get the lighting. We gotta get the background, period. Okay, so this is just me going on my first excursion the next day. I asked the hotel for any taxi recommendations, and they gave me SKN luxury tours and transfers. So this is just my little ride to the first excursion. After about 30-minute drive, we got to the Brimstone Hill Fortress, which is a UNESCO, however you want to call it. We were saying it different ways based on where you are. Anyway, made it to the heritage site, and it was a great time. Oh yeah, be prepared to walk up this steep-ass hill. The views are worth it though. You know, Britain or UK, they like to say that they didn't have slaves and blah, blah, blah. But everywhere you go in the Caribbean, they're talking all about the slaves that they had. So I encourage you to do your own research and don't just listen to the British and what they have to say about their history. Next, the driver took me to, I believe it's pronounced Caribelle Batik. If I'm wrong, put it in the comments, but it was really cool. She talked about the process of how to make these gorgeous fabrics here. It was amazing. Look at all these vibrant colors, guys. So I was pretty exhausted from all the excursions today, so I just ordered some pumpkin soup, cheesecake of course, mac and cheese, and some lamb chops, and that was my dinner. That little drink in the corner was so good, let me tell you. I had about 10 of them the whole trip, so bomb. It was bomb. It doesn't look appealing, but it was so good. I was eating them up. Let me tell you. I guess not eating them up. I was drinking them up. Proof or it didn't happen. Told you I was working out. Okay, here's the next day. Homie picked me up in a Cadillac. The other day it was a Toyota or something. This day it was a Cadillac. Brought me some fruit. I'm telling you, get SKN, private tours, luxury transfers. He even picked me up and dropped me off from the airport. Like, get them. He was so good. My man's Chris was awesome. I can never just sit and have a vacation. So I had a site visit lined up at a different hotel, and this is the Park Hyatt. So I had an appointment with them, and they took me around the whole resort. It was awesome. They needed a freaking golf cart to take me around. It was huge. Anyway, love this place. If you ever need a place to stay and staying kids, let me know. I got 2 options for you here. One's on the more affordable end, and one is a little pricier, but it has literally everything you need. I absolutely loved it here, and I can get y'all some discounts, so just let me know. I thought this was pretty unique. It was an old sugar mill that they turned into a sound bath place. So they do little sound baths in here, and the sound, oh my gosh, it was vibrating my soul. And of course I had to feed the little fishies before I left. On the way back, we stopped by the St. Kitts sign. That's my little monkey, Jimmy, right there. There we go. There's Jimmy. He was just climbing all around, getting food from the owner. Do they own these monkeys, or do they just pick them up off the street? I don't know. But he was so cute. Look at that smile on my face. Next, Chris took me to this place where the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean meet. Super cool. Okay, then we stopped at this place called Black Rocks. As you can see, it's named correctly. This was due to, I think, volcanic activity, and he said that little thing right there looks like a shrimp. So if you don't end up using Chris as your driver, you can take this train, and you can see most of the sites that I saw, but just not to the same degree. Again, you're kind of pushed back off onto the railroad tracks. You're up there. It's so hot up there. I had AC. They didn't. And yeah, so pick your poison. I was also given local food. Okay, not given. I had to pay for it. But I was given local food. Here's also me eating more food. Okay, remember Park Hyatt from earlier? Here's more of their room tour, kind of what their room categories offer. Here's like a little sneak peek into some of their rooms here, so just enjoy. This was their little kids area, and let me tell you, the people working there were so sweet. This is honestly one of the best kids areas that I've seen at hotels. It was awesome. They had different rooms to play in. They had a little amphitheater for them to do karaoke. It was so cute, and all ages, all ages. Your kids are in good hands here. See, I told y'all we were just driving around in this golf cart. From this resort, you can also take a little ferry to Nevis right there. Okay, we're coming to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Drop a comment if you like these types of videos or the ones where I actually speak to you in person. All right, bye. See you next time.